Welcome to our journey through history as we explore the origins of the Trans-Saharan trade. This ancient network of caravan routes, crisscrossing the formidable Sahara Desert, stands as a testament to human ingenuity and our innate desire to connect with one another. This ancient trade route was a lifeline connecting northern and western Africa, facilitating the exchange of goods, culture, and ideas. For centuries, camels laden with precious cargo traversed these sun-baked dunes, their progress a slow, rhythmic pulse against the backdrop of the world's largest hot desert. What were the seeds from which this mighty trade route sprung? The answer lies in the desires of two distinct populations, separated by a vast and unforgiving expanse. The North African people, with their sophisticated cities and thriving cultures, hungered for the riches of the South: gold, slaves, and cola nuts, a stimulant with almost mythical properties. In turn, the West Sudanese yearned for the products of the North: horses, prized for their strength and speed, finely woven cotton cloth, and the formidable power of firearms. This reciprocal desire, this yearning for what lay beyond the horizon, fueled the nascent flames of the Trans-Saharan trade. But desire alone cannot forge a path through 1,000 miles of burning sand. It required a particular breed of individual, one unfazed by the challenges of the desert, one with the vision to see the potential for profit in the heart of adversity. Enter the affluent merchants, the Berbers and Tuaregs, children of the desert themselves. These were not mere traders, they were investors, risk-takers who poured their wealth into caravans, supplies, and most importantly, the protection necessary to ensure safe passage. They were the lifeblood of the trade route, their wealth lubricating the wheels of commerce. Yet, even the wealthiest merchant, the most intrepid explorer, cannot build a trade route from scratch. The Trans-Saharan trade did not simply appear overnight, it grew organically from the fertile ground of existing local commerce. In the western Sudan region, trade was already a way of life, a tapestry woven into the fabric of society. The Berbers and Tuaregs, with their intimate knowledge of the desert, their understanding of its rhythms and dangers, were perfectly positioned to expand this local trade into something far grander. Chapter 4: Guardians of the Golden Road. Of all the people who traversed the Trans-Saharan trade route, none were more essential, more respected, and more feared than the Tuaregs. These nomadic warriors, veiled against the harsh desert winds, were the undisputed masters of the Sahara. They knew its secrets, its hidden dangers, and most importantly, the location of its lifeblood, the oases that dotted the landscape like emerald jewels. It was the Tuaregs who ensured the safety of the caravans, their very presence a deterrent to would-be bandits. They were the navigators, the protectors, the guardians of the Golden Road. Chapter 5: Pathways carved by time and toil. Over time, what began as a scattering of perilous journeys transformed into a network of established trade routes, arteries carrying the lifeblood of commerce across the desert. These routes, etched into the very face of the Sahara, were more than just pathways. They were lifelines. Traders, their camels laden with goods, could now traverse the desert with a greater degree of confidence, knowing that each stage of their arduous journey would culminate in a safe haven, a place to rest, replenish, and prepare for the next leg of their adventure. Chapter 6: The Royal Patronage of Trade. The success of the Trans-Saharan trade was not solely reliant on the bravery of merchants and the skills of desert nomads. Behind the scenes, powerful forces were at play, shaping the destiny of the trade route. In the heart of western Sudan, kingdoms rose and fell, their fortunes inextricably linked to the flow of goods across the Sahara. Rulers like Mansa Musa of Mali and Askia Mohammed of Songhai, recognizing the importance of trade, became its patrons, its protectors. They invested in its infrastructure, ensured the safety of its routes, and, most importantly, maintained the peace and stability essential for commerce to flourish. Chapter 7: Beasts of Burden, Ships of the Sand. No discussion of the Trans-Saharan trade would be complete without paying homage to the true heroes of the desert, the camels. These remarkable creatures, perfectly adapted to the harsh conditions of the Sahara, were the engines that drove the trade route. Capable of carrying immense loads and surviving for days without water, they were the ships of the sand, ferrying their precious cargo across the vast expanse. Alongside them, horses prized for their speed and endurance played a vital role, particularly in the northern reaches of the trade route, where the terrain was less demanding. In the heart of the Sahara, where temperatures soar and the sun beats down with relentless fury, oases appear like mirages, shimmering illusions of life and abundance. But these are no mere tricks of the light. They are real, tangible havens vital to the survival of both man and beast. For the caravans crossing the desert, oases were far more than just watering holes. They were bustling hubs of activity, places to rest, resupply, and trade. News and information flowed through these desert outposts, carried on the tongues of weary travelers. The 7th century AD brought with it a new force, one that would leave an indelible mark on the Trans-Saharan trade, the arrival of the Arabs. With them came a new religion, Islam, which spread rapidly throughout North Africa, carried on the backs of camels and the words of devout traders. The Arabs, skilled merchants themselves, recognized the immense potential of the Trans-Saharan trade and quickly became integral to its operation. They brought with them new goods, new technologies, and new ideas, further enriching the cultural exchange that had become a hallmark of the trade route. What were the treasures, the sought-after commodities that lured merchants across the unforgiving expanse of the Sahara? From the south flowed gold, the lifeblood of empires, its allure as potent then as it is today. Alongside it traveled slaves, a dark chapter in the history of the trade, but an undeniable part of its story. Then there were the more mundane, but no less essential, goods, cola nuts, their caffeine, offering a welcome boost to weary travelers. Salt, a precious commodity in a land where it was scarce, and ivory, its beauty coveted by artisans and nobles alike. The Trans-Saharan trade was more than just an exchange of goods. It was a conduit for cultural diffusion, spreading religion, language, and ideas across vast distances. It was a testament to human resilience, our ability to adapt and thrive in the face of adversity, and it left an enduring legacy, shaping the cultural and economic landscape of Africa for centuries to come. Thank you for joining us on this historical journey. Stay tuned for more fascinating insights into the world's most influential trade routes.